In this video, I will discuss a request about the power of Trio Monster after the Wano arc ends. In the Straw Hat Pirates, there is the term of Trio. The Trio Monster is believed to be the strongest people in the group. This term appeared before Jinbei joined, so he was not included in it. Both Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, all three are recognized to have great abilities that continue to develop over time. After going through various battles, their strengths and abilities have become even greater. Especially after the time skip, the three of them have experienced a significant increase in strength from before. This time, the Trio Monster with other friends is at Wano Kuni War. It will be a very fierce war, because the Wano Kuni arc is predicted to be more exciting than all the previous arcs. After the Wano Kuni arc ends, how strong will Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji be? 1. Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy currently has considerable strength due to his training and combat experiences. However, in this Wano arc, of course Luffy's strength will increase, so that after the Wano Kuni arc ends, Luffy will become the strongest person who cannot be underestimated again, because he has been able to subvert one of the Yonko. First, Luffy has mastered the Bushoku Haki that he learned from Hyogoro. After trying repeatedly, Luffy was finally able to use this ability. With the high level of Bushoku Haki, Luffy is able to attack without touching his enemy directly. In fact, the impact of Luffy's attack will be able to provide damage from within. Even so, because of this ability Luffy had just learned, according to me, he couldn't use it perfectly. Well, Luffy will only be able to use this ability to the maximum after he fights strong enemies in the Wano War later. In the Wano War, which took place on the island of Onigashima, of course Luffy would use a lot of the high level of Bushoku Haki he had just learned before. That way, Luffy will really master the ability very well, so that after the Wano Kuni arc ends, Bushoku Haki's high level will be one of Luffy's mainstay abilities. Second, according to me, Luffy will get a new change mode. Gear 4 Boundman, which become one of Luffy's strongest abilities after time skip, proved to be defeated with just one attack against Kaido. That way, Luffy must use a new mode of chance that is stronger and more effective to deal with Kaido later. However, it's certain that Luffy's new change mode will be stronger than Gear 4, and it is likely that Luffy will name it as Gear 5. Although it is not too detailed, I'm gonna try to theorize about this Gear 5. In Gear 4, Luffy has three changes, namely Boundman, Tankman, and Sneakman. In my assessment, Boundman relied on strength, Tankman relied on defense, and Sneakman relied on speed. And for his Gear 5 change mode later, it seems to be a combination of strength, defense, and speed. That way, Gear 5 has a combined power that is stronger than Gear 4 mode at once. In the New World, there are many strong people who become Luffy's enemies. In this Wano War, there are Kaido and Big Mom. To be able to match them, of course, Luffy also needs to get significantly stronger. By mastering Gear 5, it can become one of Luffy's new abilities, which will increase his strength quite dramatically. Third, it is likely that Luffy will be able to use awakening the power of his Devil Fruit. In Luffy's fight, he had twice seen the power of the Paramecia Devil Fruit awakening. Luffy once fought against Doflamingo, who had awakened the awakening power of the Devil Fruit Itoi Tonomi. Luffy also fought Charles Katakuri in the Mirror World, which at that time, Katakuri also used the awakening technique of the Devil Fruit Mochi Mochi no Mi. As a Paramecia Devil Fruit user, even though the way Luffy's Devil Fruit works from the two of them is different, but Luffy may be able to use this Devil Fruit awakening technique in the Wano War later. Although often considered stupid by his friends, but actually Luffy was careful enough to learn the technique, so it didn't rule out the possibility that he had secretly learned the awakening technique power of Devil Fruits. So, those three were the new powers that Luffy would get in the Wano Kuni arc. Then Luffy will become even stronger after. 2. Roronoa Zoro. In the Straw Hats, Zoro officially confirmed his position as a combat division or fighter. The strength that Zoro has is already quite great. Especially after time skip, his strength has increased significantly. But just like Luffy, in this Wano war, Zoro will show new strength. So that after the Wano Kuni arc is over, Zoro's power increases to become even more terrifying. First, Zoro will master the legendary Enma Sword, which is now in his hands after being exchanged with the legendary Susui Sword. According to Tenguyama Hitetsu in the One Piece manga chapter 955, in Wano Kuni there was also one person who was able to tame the Enma Sword, namely Kozuki Oden. Enma is a very serious sword. Even when Zoro first used it, Zoro's Bususuku Haki was absorbed by Enma swords in large quantities. Therefore, Zoro's cut was not controlled when he tested to Enma sword. Even though I was very confident in this ongoing Wano Kuni arc that Zoro would be able to master the Enma sword well. In the Wano war, he will fight tough enemies, so the Enma sword can be a weapon that will greatly help Zoro later. Second, as has been confirmed by Oda Sensei in one of the SBS, Zoro is dominant in the use of Bususuku Haki. That way, it won't be strange if his Bususuku Haki will develop into stronger feature in the Wano war. With Bususuku Haki getting stronger, Zoro's slashes could be even greater. The impact of his attack will be very dangerous, and Zoro's defense will be even better. Maybe Zoro will master a high level of the Bususuku Haki like Luffy's Rio. Even if Zoro was able to reach the high-level Bususuku Haki in this Wano Kuni arc, that will be a very good achievement for him. Zoro will be able to cut his enemies without being hurt from the outside, but his enemy is injured from the inside, so that his enemy doesn't realize that he has been hit by a severe attack from Zoro. Third, Zoro will have a stronger Asura mode than before. As we know, Zoro has a mysterious ability that makes him able to enter Asura mode, which attacks in this mode are very powerful. According to me, with the fears of Enma sword in his hands, Asura mode will become even more dangerous later. The impact will be far more devastating than before. It could be the final moment in the Wano war. 3. Windsmoke Sanji. Similar to those two friends, in this ongoing Wano Kuni arc, Sanji will also become stronger by mastering new abilities. First, Sanji will master the technology of Red Suit from Germa 66. Actually, Sanji really has Germa 66, therefore he also has their creation technology. However, Sanji is aware that if he continues to be stubborn and doesn't want to wear the Red Suit, then he might have a hard time helping his friends. Therefore, Sanji decided to use Red Suit. The first time he used it when fighting against Page 1 from Tobirobo. In this first experiment, Sanji was already quite skilled in using the technology. Due to Red Suit, Sanji's movement speed increases, so he can attack and avoid enemy attacks more optimally. Sanji's attack power also seemed to increase because of this costume. He also received a strong defense, because Red Suit was indeed designed not to be easily attacked. He also can fly with Red Suit, although this is not too special, because he was able to fly before, by walking in the air using the skywalk technique. The most special part of Sanji's Red Suit is that it can make him become an invisible human. In the Wano war later, Sanji will definitely use the Red Suit in battle. This will make Sanji better master the use of this technology, so that his ability will even greater. Second, Sanji's Kenbunsuku Haki will get better. If Zoro is more dominant in using Bususuku Haki, then Sanji has been confirmed as dominant in using Kenbunsuku Haki. In this Wano Kuni arc, it is probable that Sanji's Kenbunsuku Haki will increase, so that it can be optimally used in combat. Maybe Sanji will be able to catch a glimpse of the feature like Katakuri and Luffy. Third, Sanji will have a new ability which is a fire kick combined with Red Suit. As we know, Sanji's mainstay ability is a various kick of fire. Since he has the Red Suit, he will have a new ability by combining fire kicks and the strength of Red Suit, just to create a strong and fast attack. Those are the new powers that will be mastered by the trio monster in this Wano Kuni arc. After the Wano Kuni arc ended, they have become more powerful characters with these new powers.